Hello there, hope you are doing well today. This is Josh with Court Reserve, and this video is going to be an overview of member management in the system. So we will be going over creating custom ratings, custom fields for members, assigning and managing memberships on members' accounts, managing families that members may be under in your organization, and then also how we can create member groups. This video will go along with a collection of articles that we have in our knowledge base. So if you would like to take a look at those articles, you can always click the book icon in the top right corner and look for the member management collection. And if you have any additional questions, you can always reach out to our customer success team by clicking the green button in the top right corner. But to get started, we can start going over how to create custom ratings. So if we go to settings on the sidebar, and we scroll down to the member settings row, we are going to have the custom ratings page. And from here, this is going to be where we can create and manage any custom ratings in our organization. So if you would like to have a rating selected for members and use that rating to create restrictions for your events, this would be where we do so. And we can click the Create Rating Category button to get started. So here we're going to be selecting the name for the category, and we can also add a brief description here. And from there, we'll be able to choose if this rating category will be displayed on the member grid, or in other words, the member list that we have on the admin side. We'll be able to allow members to update this rating in the member portal. And if we enable that setting, we can also require that they select a rating value from the member portal. And we also have the option to not allow members to update their rating after their account has been created. So if we want for members to be able to select their own rating while they're going through the sign-up form, but we don't want them to be able to edit this rating themselves moving forward, we can always check this setting off. And that way, after they have created their account, an admin would need to update the custom rating for that member. We can also allow multiple rating values. So if we want to allow members to select multiple ratings for any reason when we are creating a rating category, we'll just want to make sure we check that setting off. And then once we have a rating category created, we will have a row for that specific category. Once we have a category created, the next step here would be to actually create some ratings or some values that members will be able to choose from. We can also take a look at the ratings that have already been created by clicking the plus icon in that row. So if we click the Add Ratings button, this is going to be where we can add that new rating that we want to add into the system. And we also have the ability to sort these ratings in a specific order. With some features like organized play or with the league's additional features, this sorting will be important because if we are deviating at all, the system will be looking at the specific rating and then also the rating next to it potentially. So if we do have ratings in the system, we want to make sure that numerically they are in order. That will prevent any issues from happening if you are using the leagues or the organized play feature. From there, if we are allowing members to choose a rating or if we are requiring it, then it's going to be included on the sign-up form for members when they are creating their account. So next, I will be going over how we can create custom fields for members, and custom fields are really just going to be a way that we can create custom questions or custom information that we may want to gather from a member, like emergency contact, for example. To create a custom field for members, we'll want to go to settings on the sidebar. We can scroll back down to the member settings row, and then here we will have the custom fields page. We have different categories that we can create custom fields in, and from this page we can manage all of our different types of custom fields. But if we are looking to add a new custom field, that would show under the details page for a member or the personal information page for a member. When we are creating that custom field, we'll just want to make sure the category is set to member. From there, we can choose the field type that we want the member to fill out. So we can either give them a text box, which is going to be a smaller text box. We have a text area, which is going to be a larger text box for that member. And then we also have the drop-down option. So if we want to pre-create the options for this member and then have them select an option that we have written out, we can use the drop-down option. And then from here, we can choose the label or maybe the question that we want to get more information on from that member. From there, we can choose if this custom field is going to be required. And if we include this on the signup form, this will become a required field on the signup form for your organization. And then we can choose if this custom field will show on the member portal and if we want for members to be able to update this custom field directly from their account. We can choose if this will show on the admin side, and if we show it on the admin side, we will be able to see this custom field when we are trying to create a member from the admin panel. If we display it on the member grid, this is another label that we have for the member list that we have on the admin side. And then if the custom field is enabled, that would just mean that this custom field is active and visible in your organization. So for example, here I have an emergency contact custom field that I've already created. And if we want this to be a custom field that members need to fill out, we can make it required here. And we can also show it on the member portal, so that way they will see it when they are looking at their personal information. If we are looking to add a member custom field to the signup form, we can do this by going to settings on the sidebar, scrolling down to the portal settings row, and going to the signup form page. And from here, we will want to scroll to the bottom of this page where we will have the all custom fields and the form custom fields tables. If we'd like to add a custom field, we will want to go to the all custom fields table and we can click add to form. And then once it's in the form custom fields table, that means it is currently on the signup form. If we need to make any changes to the custom field, or if we need to remove it from the signup form, we will also be able to do that from this page. So that goes over any custom information or custom ratings that we may want to add to a member's account. So next I will be going over managing and assigning memberships to members' accounts from the admin panel. So once we are on a member's account, if we ever need to cancel or assign a membership, we can go to the membership tab. And here we may see two different tabs here depending on the setup for this member. If this member is assigned to a family, we are going to see a family membership tab, and we will also have an individual membership option as well. If the member is not in a family, we will not see these tabs here, and we will only be able to assign an individual membership to that member. If a member has both options here, something that is important to note is that if a member has both a family membership and an individual membership assigned to their account, the individual membership will always override the family membership for this individual in terms of court costs or booking restrictions. So that way, if this member's family has a family membership, but they want to upgrade to a higher tier membership as an individual, they always have the option to do that. From here, we can cancel a membership for a member, and if we need to cancel it on a future date, when we click the cancel membership button, we can always choose a cancels on date. So if we need to end this membership, say at the end of September, we can always do that, and we can even add a cancellation reason here. Let me go ahead and cancel this membership immediately just so I can go over some different use cases here. So if we are looking to pre-purchase a membership for a member, when we are assigning a membership, we will be able to choose the membership start date and the membership next payment date. The membership start date is going to tell the system when this membership should become active on this member's account. So today is August 20th. But if I don't want this membership to be active for this member until September 1st, we can make September 1st, 2024 the membership start date. That way I don't have to manually wait until September 1st to add this membership to this member's account. The next payment date is going to be the first date that this membership's dues are posted onto the member's account. So if there's any reason why we want the membership to say start September 1st, but we don't want to charge them until October, we can always add a next payment date that is in the future compared to the membership start date. So with this setup right here, the membership would go active for the member September 1st, but they will not have a fee that is due on their account until October 1st. If we click the create billing cycle between start date and next payment date setting, this is going to create a prorated fee amount between the start date and the next payment date for this specific membership. And it is important to note that this setting will only show up here if the membership start date and the membership next payment date are different dates. Let me assign that membership. And once we have a membership that starts in the future, we will be able to see the activation date for this specific membership that is on this member's account. Another scenario that you may run into is you may have a member that has an active membership currently on their account. So let's say I have an individual membership and it is going to be active on this member's account here, but this member would like to switch to a different membership and they would like for that new membership to go active on their account at the start of the month. So in this specific case, the member has an individual membership that they want to cancel September 1st, and they have a new membership that they would like to go active on September 1st. How we can do that is we can first take their current membership and we can cancel that membership on the future date of September 1st. And then once we have canceled the current membership for a future date, we can then change or pre-purchase a new membership. We can select that new membership and we can make the membership start date for the new membership the same date as the cancellation date for their current membership. So if we take a look at the setup here, this member currently has the individual membership, and this membership is going to cancel at the end of the day, August 31st, 2024. And then once this membership is canceled, this member will immediately transition into the premium membership, which will start on September 1st. So that's how we go about maybe transitioning a member into a new membership. If we would like to suspend a member's membership for any reason, we will have the suspend membership button. And here we can add a suspension reason. And when we suspend a membership, this is going to temporarily restrict this member from booking any reservations or registering into any events. So if we need to just temporarily pause a member's membership, we can always do that. And when we go to reactivate that membership after it has been suspended, we will be able to choose the next payment date. So if a member wants to pause their membership for a month and then have us reactivate it, when we reactivate it, we can choose when this member's membership fees should be posted on their account after this reactivation. So next, I'll be going over managing families on members' accounts. When we are under a member's account, we will always have the family tab. And then if we go to members on the sidebar, we will also have the families page. The families page will be a good place to take a look if you are looking to manage or view multiple families at one time here. We will be able to quickly navigate between the different families that we have in our organization. So if we click on a family's name on the families page, we will be able to see the details for this family. We will also be able to take a look at all of the family members in this family. We can also take a look at if this family has a family membership assigned to their account. If we are looking to add any family members to a specific family, we can always go to the family members tab and add a new family member here. And let me quickly show you how we can take a member that may not be in a family yet and assign them to a new family. So if we are under a member's account and we go to the family tab and we see here that they do not have a family on their account, we can always click on the family field and we can search for a family name. If there is a family under this specific name, we can always add them to this family. And if we type in a name that has not yet been created for a family, this is going to be where we can also create a new family when we are assigning this member to a family. When we are assigning a member to a family, we will also need to choose their family role. So we will be able to choose if they are a primary family member, if they are a spouse of the primary family member, or if they're just another adult in the family, or if they are a child. If we go into a member's account and we go to the family tab and they already are assigned a family, this is going to be what it looks like. We'll be able to take a look at all of the members within their family. We can edit the family information. We can add a new family member directly from this page, and we can also detach members from a family. When we are detaching from a family, this is not going to move over any reservations or events that may be under this individual while they are in the family. And another important thing to remember is when we are under a family and we go to the billing tab, the balance that we see on a member's page that's in a family is going to be a family balance. So when we are detaching a member from a family, there are going to be fees that may have been created from this individual here that are going to stay within the family and will not transfer over to this member's account. So we definitely recommend being very cautious of using the detach from family button and only using this when it is absolutely necessary, because this does have the potential of not moving over this individual's reservations or event registrations, and it may not transfer over fees that are currently under this family to the individual once they are detached. If we go back over to the families page, we will be able to look at the reservations and the events that are under this entire family. We will be able to again look at that billing info for the entire family. We'll be able to take a look at the waivers and membership agreements that have been signed by this family. We'll be able to take a look at any member notes that have been added to any individuals in this family. And if we are using the attendance tracker, which is an additional add-on, we will be able to see all of the times that the member has entered your facility using that barcode scanner for the attendance tracker feature. So that goes over managing families. The last thing that I will go over today is creating member groups. So member groups are going to be a way that we can group or filter our members that is different from maybe a membership type. So if we go to members on the sidebar and we go to member groups, we can click the all member groups button to take us to this list of all the member groups in our organization. And if we would like to create a new member group, we'll have the create button here. And when we are creating a new member group, we will be able to decide the name here, and we will be able to choose if the member group type is going to be static or dynamic. The difference between these two member group types is if we are doing a static member group, we will be manually adding and removing members from this group. If we choose the dynamic member group type, we will be able to use filters to have members automatically be added or removed from this member group based on the criteria that we set up with the filters when creating this member group. And we will be able to see those filters once we actually click Save Changes here and fill in this basic information. If there are any rating categories that we would like to display on this member group here, we will be able to choose them. And if we would like to display this member group on the member portal, we also have the option of doing that as well. When choosing to display this member group on the member portal, we will be able to choose what information we want displayed. So if we want to include first name and last name and maybe phone number, but we want to hide email addresses and gender, we can do that here. And if we have any custom fields created in the member category, we will also be able to add those custom fields when we are creating this member group. We can also choose which memberships will see this group here. So if you do want to create different public member groups for your premium members or your individual members, we can always break up these member groups here. Or if we would like it to show everybody, we can do that as well. If we choose the dynamic group type and we hit Save Changes, we will be brought to the edit page. And if we scroll down a little bit, we will be able to see those filters that will decide which members are going to be added to this member group. So we can filter by membership, whether or not the membership is active or inactive, family roles, the gender. We can filter by minimum and maximum age. And we can also filter by the custom ratings that we have in our organization. And based on the filters we select here, the system will automatically add any members that fit these criteria into this member group. And this member group will be updating in real time. So if there is a member that fits the criteria when you create this and they're added, and then they eventually do not fit the criteria, that member will automatically be taken off of this member group. If we change the member group type over to static, we will not see those filters here. And from here, we would just be manually adding or removing these members from this specific member group. So that's going to be the main difference here between static or dynamic member groups. We also have a public URL for member groups. So if you do want to copy this URL and send it to members or add this URL somewhere external from Court Reserve, you can always do that. And we also have the embed code if you would like to embed this player directory or member group anywhere outside of Court Reserve. So that goes over managing members in the system. Again, this video does go over a collection of articles that we have in our knowledge base. So if you would like to get more information, you can always click the book icon in the top right corner and look for the member management collection. And if you have any additional questions, always feel free to reach out to our customer success team by clicking the green button in the top right corner.